Hey everybody, welcome to the Team Powerhouse Show, live with you every Tuesday night, a few minutes behind tonight. Thank you so much for your patience and understanding. We have a very special gentleman in front of me over here. He was on the show, I think, last year. His name is Tony Mastroianni. He is the party rental place and then some. One of the most important people who are not here today is his wife, Taylor, who we're going to talk about also. And of course, on our far right is missing Eric Vasquez tonight. He is tied up with clients, couldn't make it, wishes he was here to see you all. He sends his love. Tony, the party rental place. I love that shirt, by the way.
Thank you.
That's a great little, cutesy. Yeah, it is exactly right. And again, Taylor, your wife,
Yes.
who's such an involvement in this company. Again, the party rental place. It's your total event experience and so much more all over Connecticut and beyond. If you're looking to plan a party anytime in your life, whether it be immediately, coming spring, summer, fall, winter, they will take care of it all. Let's talk about your company and what you do.
Sure.
So thank you for being on the show today.
Yeah. Happy to be here.
Big shout out to your beautiful kids.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Just wonderful, beautiful kids. You might even see them in some of the videos here if you haven't.
Yeah. And I appreciate that. They're extremely well behaved. So thanks for bringing that up.
Absolutely.
And I don't know if they're watching, but have to mention,
Absolutely.
Isabella, Jackson, and Oliver. So if they are watching at any time, probably watching YouTube.
I hope so.
Or something.
On the big screen.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny you mentioned. I love when you can go home and turn on the TV and go to YouTube and just pick it right on there.
I know. It's great.
And if anybody out there is at home, you can just turn on YouTube, go to the Team Powerhouse channel, hit subscribe. It's free, and it's a lot of fun and much easier to watch it versus your phone, or your iPad, and your laptop.
It is.
But go back to
absolutely.
Kids.
Yeah, they're great.
They're fantastic.
They keep us busy.
Which is why we're doing the party place.
Exactly.
All right. So tell me a little about, you've got a lot of things going on. You've been doing this for a few years now.
Yeah.
And
this is our 6th year.
Right.
Yeah.
And you're growing and growing and growing. What commercial is that? Growing and growing.
It's going to come to me later. Yeah.
So
Nobody Beats the Wiz.
Is that what it was?
Might be. Somebody did, because they're not here anymore.
But we are here, and we are here to stay.
Yes.
So if you're planning a party again, everything you need in it. So let's go back into you and your place.
Absolutely. Taylor and I have the privilege to own and operate the party rental place, which is, we like to describe it as your event rental destination. You had mentioned before, if you're going to plan a party or an event anytime in your life, or sometimes after your life, we can help with that. We can help plan things out. And we come and we provide a unique family experience.
From soup to nuts, from the little ones to the big ones.
Yep, exactly.
So tell me about the different kind of things you have for parties. Now,
absolutely.
Have some things, some props.
We do, yes. We do, yeah.
Do you want to go into the tents first? Do you want to start with that kind of stuff? Different kind of size tents you have? Do you want to start with that?
We'll go. So I have, we have some stuff here, as you mentioned.
Yes.
So I guess, we could start with some of that.
Dane, how's the sound quality for everybody there?
Good.
And also the visual aspects of everybody seeing what we're seeing over here behind us. Okay, good.
So these are balls from a ball pit. I'd like you to hold these. Yes. One more, and you know how to juggle, right? So David is going to juggle. No, but these are your ball pits that would go in a ball pit.
Yes.
Basically.
Every kid loves ball pits.
They do. So I'm going to put up on the screen here.
And sometimes adults like ball pits too after too much drinking.
Yes. Yes. So this is some other components of the SoftPlay.
And you've got that on screen right there.
Yeah.
So if you all can see on the screen, that is the active.
That's a slide.
Wow.
That's a tunnel. That is a car. And these are some of the blocks here. So these are nice foam, soft
cool.
blocks.
It feels like leather, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's smooth.
Yeah. So there's just a couple of important things to know. So as you can see, the entire playscape itself It's a 10 by 12 area. So it's kind of modular. So we can add things, we can take things off. The bottom is all foam. So it's, it's like your gym mat essentially.
Yes.
So, it's going to protect when
Kid takes a digger. No
exactly. And you can have it with or without the ball pit or, whatever. One of the things that was important to Taylor when we were sourcing this, and this is custom built for us, by the way, is the ability to have it be neutral. So that's why it's neutral colors. And what we can do is we can add other components that do have color. So what you're seeing is an example of, I like to call these the Easter balls because we're right.
Easter, yes,
yeah, we're
absolutely.
if you celebrate, or the bunny balls, so to speak.
Bunny balls.
Yeah, that's a good one. And so we can get those in different colors. We clean and sterilize everything, so that's very important to note.
Very important to note.
Yes, and I'll talk about some of our key differentiators, but that's one of them. It's very important to us. Taylor in particular, she's on top of all that, making sure everything's clean,
She's
prepped, ready. Yeah, clean, prep, ready to go.
Which is a good thing.
But what I like to talk about this is it can be done indoor or it can be done outdoor. If it's outdoor, we're gonna have it under a tent.
Yes.
And if it's indoor, obviously that's going to be protected. The reason is we want to protect the equipment.
Absolutely.
And then when you use this, you're going to use it with socks. Basically, you're not going to use it with shoes. So
for sure.
And that's soft play.
Possible barefoot or just socks.
I would leave that up to whoever the parents
with socks,
or the guidance.
A little more sliding with socks would be more fun.
I would say socks is
socks
probably good.
Yeah. So we have our new tumbler, which Tony is sporting over here as well.
Yes.
All right, going back to
it's great. By the way, I fully endorse it. If you
and
you
we and we give one away every show.
Yeah, and it's not only a show. And if you or someone is looking for any type of property, just know once you close, you're going to get one of these cups.
That is a fact. I like you mentioned that.
I did. We bought our house from David. Yes.
Yeah,
and we
right.
did. Yeah. So long.
The tumblers back then are a little different than they are today. These ones are much prettier, much nicer.
Yes. I like
As you mentioned, you upgraded. You said, Dave, you upgraded.
You did. Yeah. Very classy.
Yeah, I'll take one for Taylor too.
Yeah, please. Yeah.
Absolutely. So going back to your locks
go ahead.
and the kids, and you have, so they're seeing on the screen what you're seeing right here on the iPad. That's such cool technology. I've never seen anybody do that before. A man of many trades and very technologically advanced. So indoor, outdoor, playscape type environment. You have the balls become different colors, very much sterilized before and after every event.
Yep. You
also have a cow.
Yes. Well, I'm not having a cow. So this is our little moo, and that's part of the soft play.
The toddlers.
We've got content of Oliver, our smallest, bouncing around and having a great old time. Kids obsessed with moo-moos, and that's fantastic because milk's important.
Is there more than one moo-moo, or is there any other animals at all? I'm just curious.
No, there's more, but we're gonna try to keep it on topic, David.
Okay.
But I think so.
We also have special lighting over here too.
Yeah. So I wanted to talk about that. So this is Bistro lighting.
Bistro.
Yeah. So this is Bistro lighting, and what you're noticing here is it's powered. Okay. This isn't magic.
Right.
This is technology. So basically, these are portable power sources. We do have these available as well. We actually did several events in our town of Southington, and they were deep in a field, so there was no power source. These provided illumination.
That's actually a really good point. So if you're having a party, like you just said, it's outdoors, it's in a park, it's somewhere outdoors where there's no electricity. They bring the electricity to the party. So if you've got tents now, obviously you have a tremendous amount of lighting, and you've got massive tents.
Yes.
Let's talk about the tents for a second.
Sure.
What many sizes of tents do you guys carry?
So,
wow.
So this is that event that I was talking about. So this is.
And that's amazing how well lit up that place is.
Oh, it's fantastic.
I mean, these light fixtures, that's pretty amazing. So if you're looking to do an outside party at your local fields, which is probably more cost effective for parties,
Yeah.
especially large gatherings.
Mhm.
You can bring a band of some sort. I'm sure it's a music playing music.
Yep.
You have you can dance.
Yeah.
You can dance with
Yeah.
the tents.
You can, and we do have dance floors as well, and I'll show
Wow.
I'll show some of that.
I just
Um,
threw it in there.
Yeah, that was perfect. But so this is the bistro lighting. We're expanding our lighting offerings, but this is basically kind of like the entry point for them.
Yeah.
We can do them around the perimeter of the tent, which is what you're seeing
I
here.
like that a lot.
Or we can do the perimeter and we can hang them. Yeah. So
Great for a wedding.
yes, great for weddings.
Outdoor weddings.
Yep.
Or any kind of, again, big family events, or even a small event that just has a lot of lighting.
Mm-hmm.
And different size tents you have.
Yeah.
How many tents? What kind of different sizes
you have? We have a ton of tents. What I would say is there's different types of tents. So what you're seeing here, these are pole tents. These are tension based tents. They need to be set up on grass.
Okay.
So it's important to note. And you're seeing on the screen our number, which is 86095 party. Probably
86095 party. Thing is making sure that's on the screen for you right now. 860
Yep.
95 party. You're gonna pick up the phone. You're gonna reach either
Taylor.
Yep. Or
Me.
Taylor.
Yeah, it's mostly Taylor. Yeah, honestly, it's Taylor's like
all right. Taylor's
99.5%. Actually, 99.9% of the communication is Taylor. But what's great is, and something unique is, you can text that number. You can send pictures, videos.
Oh, wow.
So we've done like remote surveys and things before. We can do that, with different. We like to utilize technology in general. Yeah, exactly. So we can do things like, we can do video calls, we can do files, like all that type of stuff. Location we can send through there. So there's various uses for that.
Yes.
But I just like you're going to get the quickest response via text. That's going to be the quickest way. And communication is one of our pillars that were super important to us. Taylor in particular, that's something that we're very proud of, that we get back to people very quickly.
Yes.
As quickly as we can. And then we can set up calls if or on-site visits if we need to go more in depth.
I think sometimes it's needed to see a property, whether they're going to show it to you through Zoom or FaceTime, or you go there to the location.
Yeah.
To see how the flow of the land is, right? To see how we're going to set these tents up, where we're going to be located. If you call me up and you ask me some questions, I might not even know how to answer the question, but you be the experienced party planner.
Yep.
Would know right away exactly what you're looking for and what you need and what we're doing here. You guys out there, if you ever plan a party, part of the plan of the party is the stress of the who's going to show up, who's not going to come,
Mm-hmm.
the food, the music, this and that. So like having you and Taylor specifically really being hands-on is so important to families.
It is, yeah.
Which takes the stress off of you making sure that things are done right. Can you imagine, like, you got to set up a tent? That's crazy. And you got these little pop-up tents and these, 10 by 10. You need a tent. You want to make sure people can enjoy, if it rains, weather conditions, and that kind of stuff. And you mentioned, by the way, needs to be on grass.
Yeah. So I'm going to close the loop on that.
Yes.
And then there's a story I want to tell you.
Yes.
Just remind me later about the chair delivery.
Okay.
And I'll remember that.
Okay.
But so this is another example of a pole tent. And so in this example, you're seeing the tent on grass. So these tents, again, if it's a pole tent, those are probably that's actually the oldest style of tents, going way back. And that is a tent that can come in various sizes.
Okay.
So the sizes of the pole tent, we have them as small as 15 by 15. I mean, that's like, maybe like 15 to 20 people, depending on the setting that can fit in there. 20 by 20.
That's a tight 15 people.
Yeah. 20 by 20 is like 400 square feet.
Yeah.
That's probably the most popular
Yeah.
size. It's a good entry point.
Like a two-car garage.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. And 20 by 30 is another popular size, and 20 by 40. That's for pole tents. So, currently right now, those are the sizes that we have for pole tents. Those tents, again, just to sum that up, only grass. So it's important when you're booking, and we're going to ask, but let us know where the event is, obviously, with the address and all that stuff, so we can calculate everything needed. But the surface setup, That's super important.
So what happens if the surface setup's a little different? Is there an option for non-grass? I mean, that's a kind of a crazy question in my mind because I'm thinking, how could you not put a party outside not on grass? I guess you could put it in the driveway.
Yep.
Do you have such a thing available?
Yes. So,
but of course there is.
So that brings me to the next one. So this is a Majestic Highpeak tent.
Oh wow!
Okay,
I like how
it's
pretty cool.
Massive. I think it's like a 15-foot mast in the middle, and it's 8-foot legs. Wow. So the entry is a lot easier and egress. The regular pole tents have 7-foot legs.
Okay.
So this is going to be a little higher. These tents here we can do on virtually any surface.
You can do it on grass.
Yeah. Soon, you know, things go the right way.
Yeah.
We may be able to do it on Mars. You know, who knows? But
right.
Yeah.
But this is for a harder. You have a harder surface tent basically available, and that's great because I'm going to say to myself, like, you know, one time we did a party for my daughter when she was 1, and I know that my wife got a tent, and they had to put in the driveway, and the biggest concern was because you have a party. What we don't know is Mother Nature. We never know for sure what it's going to be until it's there. Well, we shouldn't have any rain. And then all of a sudden, 24 hours before, it's thunderstorms. And like you're starting to stress out because you're going to have all these people at your house and there's no covering. Plus, in the summer and the spring, especially summertime, it's so hot. And if you have people that are older or younger who are everybody's going to want to be under a tent.
Yeah.
So, and people don't think about it. You think, oh, I'm inside. Until they're sweating, they're uncomfortable. And everybody's looking for the closest place to be indoors, which is now your house. Everybody wants to be in an air-conditioned house. And that's the last place you want to be.
Yeah, so if we had our way, we'd prefer safety is super important to us. Grass is way better for that because we can anchor into the ground, into the earth itself, so to speak. We can't currently do that on any other surface. Well, most surfaces, hardtops, but there's ways we can weight it down.
But you've got these massive barrels.
So there's yes. So these are from a weight distribution standpoint. We'll set them up in a safe manner. If it's more of a long-term situation, then we'd probably use concrete because that's going to be more secure. So that's one thing of these things. The other thing that I want to note is we can put them together to create larger spaces.
Very important because we want to make sure it's together.
Right.
And again, friends tend to bring friends so that we're invited and you need more space.
Yeah.
You know, I've always taught me a couple of things and then some. One thing was there's more food than necessary. You always have to make sure that seating for everybody because otherwise people are standing and not comfortable. But that leaves two more things to talk about.
What's that?
One is seating. Because you have multiple options for types of seating.
I do.
For different age groups.
Yes, sure do.
A beautiful thing.
Yeah, so I'm glad you asked that because I have more things I brought. I said to David jokingly, I feel like Willy Wonka when I come in here with all this stuff. Flowing and flowing. No. So these are standard chairs.
I like the plastic in the middle bottoms.
Yeah, I mean that's good for the butt.
Yes.
But basically, we have these in white and brown. White's more popular. Brown is at a lower price point. So it depends on the scenario.
How much they're going to be and where they're going to be.
Yeah. So these are very easy. They stack together, and we can.
And you set them up for the party.
We can. So typically we actually
because there's
actually look in this scenario, this is one where we did offer the setup services. So
type setup maybe or something like
that. So typically I'm going to try to find a photo. Actually, we go back to this one. Pickup. I don't have one, but we would stack them typically under the tent, or wherever the customer wanted. Yeah. Yep.
So, which leads us to the next part is probably tables.
Yep. But before we get there,
wait, there's more.
I want to show.
Oh,
This is like literally the cutest thing probably you've ever seen.
thing
It's literally the same. It's the same chair, but for vertically challenged people. No, but it's so again. This is another one of Taylor's projects that she
birthday party.
Yeah.
Or you're having a party and you see the adults to be there.
yeah. So see this. This is an example of the two. See how low profile the table? It's like down here. So they can have
a kid's table.
Yeah,
That's it.
and it's important to know because like, thank you. That's actually what I was going to say.
When you have kids sitting at a table with a chair, you're gonna fall over, get on the table. Kids can sit with kids, which is always nice. They can eat, when you have an adult size, an adult child, they may eat with the kids, right? But you have a table for kids in the right size, with tables and chairs. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
That's actually, I've never seen that at a party before.
Yeah.
That's really unique.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Yeah, I'll let Taylor know.
Taylor, you are smart, beautiful, and then some. She's the brains behind what you do.
Clearly. But that's I do want to mention some.
Yes.
You had other questions though that you were going to ask. Go ahead.
We have other tables.
Yes.
We have a cocktail party.
Yes.
Where we have these cocktail tables.
Yes.
Which are great to stand at because you get drink, you just put your arm down and stand at a table, and they're beautiful.
Yeah. So
very sturdy, by the way.
So I have a friend who gets these periodically throughout, like at the point where I told him like you should just buy them, like but he wants to support local, which I'm a big proponent on. Anyways, yeah. So this one's called the Gary. So
by the way,
it's his name. Yeah. So what we do with these are so we have table linens too. I want to mention. So yeah, so that's a table linen. This is that's like a dry shirt, like that helps the table or the bot, whatever. I'm not gonna go down that hole. But so what we do is we put it together as a bundle, essentially. So like you don't have to worry about providing for the cocktail tables. You don't have to worry about going out and buy, because honestly, if you just put a regular tablecloth on this, it's not gonna. It just doesn't.
It's good.
These
it's number one. A regular tablecloth. Probably gonna pick up a chair. Number two, it's gonna slide.
Mm-hmm.
This fits the glove.
Yes,
it's exactly how it's supposed to be.
Yep,
that's what I interpret myself.
Yep.
Smooth. Do they come in different colors?
Good question. So standard are black and white, and then we can do custom colors as well. I say custom, but
So if you had a motif, like a certain color theme, you're going to
So for example,
not the black and white, everything's by the most expected colors to choose for a party, especially.
I didn't grab it, but I did grab it. See, for example, so this is a blue. This is a blue. So this is a little different. So they went out and they got a table. Like they wanted everything to be blue. We provided one of these. Yeah. But we can do blue, and these are. I was showing the brown chairs too. So you have the brown chairs, sidewalls for the tents, all sorts of different options.
I like it.
Yeah. Me too.
So yeah, it's you know what? I think mostly everybody's house should have one in the house where like and you kind of sit there and you talk to your spouse or your friend, and you can 4 people probably can be easily 2 or 3, probably a 4th person. Maybe a little plate of food could be here. I see myself already at your party that you're planning. That
just invite yourself. It's fine.
So this is it's a great setup. I think that every party should have that. Personally, I think you have your little table.
Cocktail. Yeah.
I think it's important to have those because there's a lot of people who like to sit down. They just need to sit more comfortable back and some people just need to sit down because of the your legs. But I like these tables a lot, especially for an evening or it's more maybe sophisticated cocktail party with hors d'oeuvres.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be more of a, I think, setup for a party like that. That's
Yeah.
the picture in my mind over here.
No, I agree.
Yeah. And then we have, of course, we mentioned the lighting
Yes.
that we have.
Bistro. Yep.
And the bistro lighting can be around the tent. It can be inside the tent.
Yeah.
And then you can take the lighting just wrap yourself.
Yeah. I mean, I don't recommend it for safety. I mean, Dave's going to make sure you get homeowners insurance, which is fine, but we don't want to do that. But I did want to mention though. Go ahead.
Yeah, go first.
We are expanding some of the lighting offerings, so LED kind of like programmable lighting, things like that. Yeah. So like, yeah. I mean, so disco ball. Yeah.
Exactly.
So this is an example of one of the dance floors.
Yeah.
So like this is your like traditional dance floor most people get. It's very heavy, sturdy. It can be on grass. It can be on inside. Basically wherever you need it. That's just one example. There's a lot of things that are in the works right now for different styles.
I want to make sure everyone knows the phone number again. How to reach you. You can touch me.
860-95.
860-955. And you have a website.
Yes.
Or a Facebook page.
Yes.
Or a page where they should go to see events, photos, and that kind of stuff.
Yeah. So we got rid of the Friendster page. We weren't getting hits on it. We tried linking it to the MySpace. That didn't work out either.
You say Friendster, like, is that like?
Yeah, it's all right. I looked it up on GeoCities, but on Netscape Navigator. And
watching the show, no idea what you're talking about right now.
I do.
The other half are going, oh, I know what that is.
Yeah, that's all right. It was for me. But so the website is thepartyrentalplace.com.
The partyrental.
Yeah, and
thepartyrentalplace.com.
Yeah, and I like it because it's a .com. Because we splurged for it a little bit. We didn't want to do the .net.
Hold on. There's also a Facebook page.
Yes, and that's Facebook. I don't know what the Facebook page is, but
the Party Rental Place.
I think it's the Party Rental Place CT. Maybe you could verify. Yeah, I think it's got a CT. Because somebody had it in like Iowa. But yeah, I haven't heard back. I said, Mark, you gotta give me the name, Mark.
Mark.
Yeah.
What's up, Mark?
I know.
So the Party Rental Place CT.
Yeah.
On Facebook.
Yeah. Instagram is the Party Rental. Oh, see, Mark listened. Yes. Thank you, Mark.
Good job, Mark.
Suckers. Great band. Yeah. Instagram.
So
it all links together.
Yeah. Google.
Yep. Yes.
Okay. So dance floor.
Yeah.
Now, how big dance floor can you have? Is there a minimum or a maximum?
I knew you were going to do this.
I apologize. It's on the fly.
No, I knew you were going to do this.
I was like, okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Like if right in my house, there's gonna be a lot of dancing.
I'm gonna pull up the
website because I always put up. I want to tell you that if you're party people, you gotta have break dancing might happen, spinning around, bringing back the 80s, 90s.
We do have something like that. Yeah. So this is
Snoop Dogg. Give me a second. Can we see?
Yeah, it's on. Yeah. My wig on straight. Okay, good. So this is the Google listing.
Yeah.
And then I have to update the photos because we have totally
80 reviews. Wow.
It is. Yeah, why don't we see what they say? No, I can't.
80.
Go check it out.
85-star reviews. That's pretty impressive. How many places do you know, especially party rental places, can say that for themselves? That's impressive.
Here's what I'm going to say.
Your wife gets credit too. So,
Yeah, I don't want the locks to change when I go home, so just give me a second. No, they're authentic and they're organic. Okay, so what I'm saying is,
read them.
if people who know like SEO and like all that stuff for websites,
Yeah.
there's a lot of junk out there, and we don't deal with any of that stuff. So we proactively ask for reviews and feedback. Or give feedback. We take it as an opportunity to like learn from it. But there have been times where, I mean, I'm talking about stuff like, you know, yeah. So yeah, I'm going to get into that. That's about the dance part. I want to address that question real quick. So the dance floor. So we're in the process of kind of revamping our website right now to kind of make it a little more. Yeah. So this is so so right now 12 by 15 is the largest we can do, which is about 40 people. But you got to remember too, not everybody's dancing at the same time.
It's true.
People are going to start dancing and then stop and then go back, and then and there's going to be people that ask you to dance and you just tell them no.
Clear the floor.
No, but so what I want to say is, so we have the dance floors.
Yes.
Speaker systems.
Oh wow.
With microphones, so like if you're giving any kind of speech. We have podiums.
Wow,
we have all sorts of stuff that is probably not even on here.
I'm going to throw an idea out there. Coming soon, karaoke. Oh, did I just say that out loud? But I've been asking him. Maybe in the near future, I'll have a little bit of a chance to have something else to, while they're with the microphone. But you know what? Nowadays, you can buy those kind of things to set up and have fun too, especially with the microphone. And most people, if you're like my wife, know all the words to every song, as opposed to me, who never know the words to the song, but make them up as we go along.
I'm just going to pull up a couple
I like
things.
the dance floor, by the way.
Yeah.
It's a good size dance floor.
Why don't you get it?
I'm going to
okay, good.
To get it.
You got to close the deal, right, David? Come on.
Deal. Absolutely. Listen, I'm going to tell you that my wife likes to plan parties, 100%. I always get nervous because she always takes it to that next level. The party's going to be this big and have this many people and have this kind of thing. And all of a sudden I went from here to here like that. That's what she does. Kind of like your mom thing. She plans parties and it goes from here to here like that.
Couple things I want to highlight, and then I want to talk about a couple other things. I'm not sure how we are. Oh wow, this is flying by. But we were late, okay. Yes. So party games are very popular as well. So
you bring the games.
We can bring games. We're looking at expanding that options as well and adding new things. But cornhole is a very popular game.
Absolutely.
We have like a oversized like Jenga. So you could do that. That's pretty popular. Cool. All sorts of things. And again, we're always looking for, so if you don't see something, just ask us, and odds are we're probably already looking at it anyways. So, we'll make it work.
The party rental place is a place to plan a party and not have to worry about doing anything yourself. They're basically all hands on. You just tell them what you want. They come, they set up, you're going to want them set up. You're going to make sure that all the activities, the chairs, the tables, you're going to have the bar tables set up. They call these, again, what do they call them?
High top cocktail table.
Cocktail tables, lighting. You have everything ready to go. All you have to do is be there. Obviously, there's more things involved. And, I wouldn't be so, jumpy houses.
Yeah, so this is something that people kept asking for.
Oh, wow.
And
does that have a slide on the outside of it too?
Yes. So this is it's a bounce house, but it can be hooked up to a hose, and the hose like up here, it'll kind of see that part here.
My daughter is already asking us to have a bounce house with water for her birthday. She turned 7, and I was like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it because I don't want to ruin the grass. But I like to have it's all set up together because the ones that sometimes are too big, it can be overwhelming. That's a good size bounce house right there. And I'm sure I don't know if you have different sizes or different kinds.
Yeah. So we're looking at, this is the most popular one, so that's why I put it up there. There's all different ones. But this is, again, kind of like your daily driver of bounce houses.
How does it work? I can't really see the iPad. I'm not sure if you can see the screen. So if there's water where the water just goes into the grass and the ground and the kind of stuff.
On this one, yeah, but it's
Okay.
not. It's like a trickle.
Like a sprinkler.
Yeah, it's like a
I like
sprinkler.
that.
It's
I
like a
that
very
one.
like.
Yeah, especially when it's hot out.
So that's that one. And then
You have one for adults who get in trouble.
we do have.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so this is like the water slide. So we'll typically put a tarp under there.
I like the tarp
even for the
idea.
bounce. Even for the bounce house, we'll typically do that too. I
That's
think
very-
that one
that's
was a
very
little
kind
under.
of you to put the tarp down.
Yeah, we
it
call
helps.
it the kindness tarp.
I would call it the kindness tarp
Mhm.
because it's kindness to the grass.
Yeah,
It's,
I agree.
It's awesome.
And then so that's this one. This is super popular
The
too.
kindness tarp.
This is the 15 by 15 tent.
Wow.
So like that's like you could see like it's pretty cool. I like this one because it's just like a tiny
Yeah.
tent. So that's that one. I wanted to show you a couple other things.
Yes.
So we do like different types of. So this is like a vendor fair
Okay.
that we do typically
Oh.
a couple times a year.
So
Yep.
you're a business and you want to do a vendor event, and
Yeah.
you need a tent that's going to stand out and draws attention to your area. That's going to have enough people to be able to fit under it, and you want to have more people at your place versus other people who are those
Yeah.
little tiny pop-up tents that can't fit more than 2 people in. That's how you do it. So you want to have an event, a business event. You want to do it outdoors. You can be at some kind of field. You get a tent like this, everybody's coming because
Mhm.
they can be shaded. They can fit under it. You can fit probably easily 10, 15 people and then some. You have full attraction to your audience. I love it.
Yeah, and this is cool. Like, so we work with, so like if you have people that are watching that are, marketing, things like that. So like we work with different companies, event, planners, other even event venues. Anytime that you're having an event and like you're doing something, because like there's always opportunity to kind of make it a little more custom, so we can even do that like with some custom signage.
Oh, wow.
There's all sorts of
Team Powerhouse signage.
Yeah.
I'm starting to think over here. Things
Oh,
are
we can.
flowing.
I mean,
We're
if it made
flowing.
sense too, like we can even create a custom tent top.
Wow.
So that's what I'm saying. So like there's
Custom
all
tent top.
there's all different things that we can do.
Yeah.
So think of us as kind of like your event, like
And marketing.
help. Yeah.
event and marketing
Exactly.
team.
Yes.
I like that.
Yes.
That's brilliant, actually. We should make a Team Powerhouse once you can have for display
mhm.
to show people how great that is, and then we can use them as well.
Yeah. I'll get the agreement going right now.
I like
But so this is I just want to show this to you while it's up.
Sorry.
So this is the Highpeak tent we did in December at a company.
Oh, wow,
But it's got the walls. Yeah.
I
It's
like that.
so it's got the walls and everything. And this one, I'll try to find it, but we have so one of the things that people need to know is that I see it all the time online, and I just want to address a couple things, and I want to tell you about the chair story.
Yes.
That I was
That's
gonna
your
tell you.
story. We're going to end
so-
with the chair story.
That's fine. Perfect. So if you have questions, 860-95-PARTY.
860-95-PARTY.
Yep.
Call or text. Plan your event. Let's do this.
Let's do it. So you can't put a regular heater under a tent.
Ah.
So like I see pictures all the time, and you need to, like, anybody who knows anything about fire protection and things like that,
Very important.
you can't do that.
Yeah.
There's a couple different reasons why. We didn't know that to begin with either. We had to learn about it. Okay.
When firing, it all changes.
Yeah.
Joke.
Well,
Haha.
but the reason why is pretty simple. Like especially with patio heaters.
Of course.
So propane,
Ooh, that's right.
enclosed
You can't-
area.
You can't put a patio heater under a tent.
I mean, not if you
Depending
want to
on-
live and like be safe. Like I don't know what to tell you. Like
But you could maybe the outside of it, maybe circling the
so, I'll try to
simplify it.
no. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pull up a visual, and you can talk about something cool if you want.
Okay.
I'm not putting you on the spot at all.
No pressure here. All right.
No.
So let's just go over for a moment. ThePartyRentalPlace.com, The Party Rental Place, Instagram, Facebook, Google, etc. They have for the kids ball pits, slides. They have it all in case. It's about a 12 by 12. I think you said 12 by 12, 12 by 10
Yep.
area. You've got different styles of tents for on the grass and also concrete. You have different sizes of tents, if I remember correctly. They're, I'm going to say 10 by 15,
10 by 10 is our
10
smallest.
by 10, 10 by 15, 10 by 20,
15 by 15.
15 by 15,
Oh my goodness.
and then something by 30, I think.
Yes.
15
20 by 30.
20 by 30.
20 by 40.
You've got the lights. You've got the camera and the action. You got the lights. You've got, let's see what else. Dance floor, which is, to me,
I think that's cool.
I think you have to have a dance floor.
Yeah, you do.
I mean, even kids love to dance, and nothing's cuter than seeing a bunch of kids dancing on a dance floor. The videos and the memories you make at a party is everything.
I agree.
You know, everybody has their iPhones or their Androids, and they're making videos and movies of the parties. You can always bring somebody to an event to have an event videotaped. Let's go back to you. So, is this a heating and air conditioning kind of
So
thing?
this is that same thing. So this is so this unit here.
Yeah.
So this is
A Premier.
yeah. So this is like the industry standard. Like for heat, they come in different. It's like BTUs, just like regular.
Yeah, sure.
So the thing about this is like this is outside of the tent,
Yes.
and the propane is also outside of the tent,
Yes.
and there's a vent
Blowing
that connects to go underneath
Okay.
the wall.
That's smart.
Yeah,
Easy.
I know
Genius.
exactly.
Keep it simple. Keep it safe.
That's
Make
the way
sure-
to do it.
Right.
Yeah, and you can see, yeah. So like this right here. See, this is outside. See the vent there?
So I couldn't help notice the gentleman in the hat.
Oh yeah, we're not going to talk about it. It was a weird time in my life.
All right, go on. I'm sorry.
I took it off here.
Yes.
But yeah. So like, there's so many. Yeah, I got so much stuff on here. We take pictures and videos of pretty much every setup too. So we have those posted. Couple of quick. I know we're coming up on time, but I want to just communicate a couple things.
We're on time 15 minutes ago, but this is such an exciting time
It is.
because it's the party time. The people are glued to the screens and want to know
Yeah.
more.
All right.
we're
So
good.
we talked about the safety of the
Safety
tent.
is important.
So that's super important.
Yes.
So just know that. So with us, you're getting experience. You know, we've been doing this for a while. I mean, so
I'm going to just help you out for a second.
go ahead.
You've got experience. It's a family business.
Yes,
So they're very intimately involved in your life. They care more. They're not a factory. They're not some bunch of yo-yos that are come to your house with like 3 teeth and is that wrong? I should have said that. You know, but they're going to come looking like what they look like and be prepared and be professional and make sure that you can take the stress out of your lives.
Mhm.
Their price is going to be better than anybody else, and you're going to have an amazing service. Is that fair and reasonable?
Yeah.
Did I go above and beyond on that?
Yeah. So I would say, so here's the thing. So like, I like to say that we bring incredible value, you know, and I think it's important because
Value is important.
when you're planning a party, and we learned this,
Yes.
Taylor and I, before we had the business, when you take shortcuts,
Yes.
you actually end up sometimes doing circles.
And
You know what I mean?
How often have you ever had a party before where the people who brought their stuff there, they took that shortcut,
Mhm.
and later on how disappointed you were
Right.
at that party. We've all had it happen at one point in our lives, and then you know from there that place is not a place I want to do business with. When you have 85-star reviews on Google, that doesn't happen. That says a lot. That's huge.
Yeah.
It's a
And
compliment to your
so-
wife, especially
and
Taylor.
it is, yes. So differentiators, though, it's really important to us. So we clean everything we have.
Yes.
So when it goes out, like sometimes like we'll even do it on site.
Yes.
You know, so you know we're taking care of the products and what we offer.
It's
Okay,
because it's your
So,
business. You
yeah.
care.
it's quality. That's the thing.
Absolutely.
So that's another thing. I would say the tent tops too. That's important. So our tent tops are vinyl that has blackout capabilities from the sun.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
It is flame retardant. It's an industry standard things. However, it's important to note that not all, like we've gone, I'm trying to do this in a way that's kind of appropriate.
Yes.
Because I would say like there have been situations where we have, for whatever reason, we've been asked, hey, I'd like a quote for a tent with tables and chairs and whatever. And then we put together said quote, and they tell us, oh, can you just give me a quote for the tables and chairs?
Right.
All right.
Like
So right. Not only is cheese. So one
you're
example.
already going there.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry, I interrupted you.
No, it's okay. No, it just one example.
Yeah.
It happened last year. So we booked. That same scenario happened. We
They just
yeah, but so
now you're gonna come back with tents.
not even that. So we do, we deliver like a day, at least a day early, unless like there are time constraints.
Right.
Like so, we just had one like last month, I think, and it was for a church, and they wanted it dropped off the day of and picked up the day of, and we'll do that if we need to.
Sure.
But we don't like to do that
because
so
it's a lot going on.
So getting back to that situation, because I think it's important, we show up a day before. Okay, the there's a tent there, and we're like, oh, okay, so they figured out the tent, and that's why they got the tables and chairs. Cool.
Yeah. Okay.
We start, we call the customer, and they're like, yeah, you just put it under the tent, and like that's fine. Like, well, that's okay. We get under the tent, and Taylor's like looking up, and she's like, she gets there before I do, and she's like, you won't believe this.
There's mold.
Black mold everywhere. It was like
because not cleaned, put in some place that is not environmentally secure for a tent and the material. Moisture sits over time. How did I know that before you even said it?
Because I put it out there. And we're all have those abilities. It's just do we but for real though, like something like that is I look at it and we want to provide such a good experience that it's like disappointing to us.
Well, because it now almost reflects on you kind of sort of. They see you pull up with your truck or your things, and they go, these guys put in a moldy tent.
We don't do that.
Right.
So we get the tents cleaned regularly by a professional company.
Yeah.
Dried out, disinfected. Of course, if we see something, we'll spot clean, and we have all that. But that's important because anybody who knows anything about mold, you don't want to be around that. You don't want that to grow. Like
it looks bad.
And you're having an event.
Yeah.
So what I'm trying to say is like, we're not always going to be the cheapest. Okay. And the way I look at things, right. Fair and reasonable. And the way I look at things is if it's going to be a difference of I'm going to pay a little more, which by the way is very competitive with what's out there, or I'm going to pay a little less and I'm not going to get the same quality.
Right.
Like I'm going to pay the competitive
100%,
rate. Yeah.
It's got to be fair and reasonable. When people take the cheap route, there's a reason that it's cheaper. And we all know that we've all got burned once. We went the cheap route. Mm-hmm. Everybody's done that. If you haven't done it before, you'll learn from the mistake. And usually what happens is the husband, I'll take full credit for this, goes the cheap route because we're frugal. And the wife goes, blah, 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 blah. And later on, X shows up, X situation happens. And now you're like, oh my God, what did I do? And why did I not listen to my wife? And let one company take care of everything. Let them be fully responsible for the entire party. And now you know what's going to be the case when you get a tent, chairs, tables, and everything else. That's your point guy right there. And his wife Taylor, of course, behind the scenes.
She's the point. but and that's the point.
Yes.
But so there's that piece of it. That's very important to us to make sure everything's clean and usable and perfect for your van. Okay.
It just makes sense.
We deliver, like I said, 1 to 2 days before, sometimes even earlier if we need to, and then we pick up a day or two after, or even further.
About showing up day before, or a day late.
No, not even that. So the standard for bounce houses and water slides is by hour.
I've heard that before,
and it's true.
Yes,
we don't do that,
which is very nice.
You have it for the weekend.
Wow.
Or we're not coming to your party and taking the bounce house down in front of the kids.
So
and,
after the kids finish with it later in that evening, the adults are out there playing.
Yeah.
Hypothetically speaking.
Yeah. So that's a big differentiator between our company. We talked about communication. We talked about quality. We talked about family. And that's super important to us. I would say, like, anytime you're planning anything, reach out early. And I'm going to tell you right now, it's what is it? Oh, it's almost April.
It's almost April.
So graduation season is our busiest season in the industry.
Which goes between now and in September.
Realistically.
All right, we got to get to the chair thing. We're almost at an hour here.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to say, though, and we'll get to the chair thing.
Yes.
Actually, you know what? I'll do the chair thing, and then we'll close on the other stuff, okay? So just another,
I love it. Listen, we're having so much fun here. It's a party waiting to happen.
Yeah.
It's the party at the place. And let's talk.
Yeah, so another interesting story. And there's a Google review on our Google page that you can read that tells you exactly what I'm going to tell you. And I'm paraphrasing. But we get reached out. Somebody reaches out to us the day of a party and says, basically, hey, we rented tables and chairs from another company and we already paid for them. And then we called them because it was getting closer to this time of the party. And they there? No. It gets better. It gets better. They told us they don't deliver unless you're getting a tent from them.
Wow.
And this is a business that's been around for years.
And how would
I'm not going to name it.
That's crazy.
But I'm just saying, like, so I don't understand.
Starts with tent. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Now everybody's got their policies and whatever it is. Okay. But to me, that was an opportunity to catch that early, right? And I mean, Taylor and I talk about this all the time. Like, we're not here to take people's money, but especially if we're not providing a service.
Right.
So, like, although on our website. So anyway, just to back on that, we figured that out. We were able to accommodate them, get them the chairs. They were super happy. They were they left a review on Google, which I'm sure somebody's looking up right now, and they can see. It's unfortunate that happened, but stuff like that happens all the time. And I see a lot of things like on Facebook Marketplace and all this stuff. We don't advertise on there because that's not what our clients would go to look for stuff, because you're not going to get quality. You're not going to get experience. You may not even get insurance. So, like, we're insured. Listen, we have all that. Go ahead.
Actually, that's important to know. They're insured. That's a great piece of the puzzle. Again, just a quick review. Go
ahead. Yeah, you're good.
Tables, chairs, tents, lighting, playscape, play pit. What's it called? The for the kids with the
soft play.
Soft play. You've got animals. You've got different color. You got different color ball, bouncy animals, and different color balls.
Slides.
You've got slides. You've got lighting.
Bounce houses. Speaker systems. Projectors. We have a 20-foot inflatable screen.
No, we didn't even get into that.
We didn't. That was actually our first item we rented.
And they've got games. They've got the whole thing ready to go.
Linens. Yep.
Linens. Listen, if you need and want to plan a party, these are the people you want to call.
Or text.
Mm-hmm. Get in touch with them now. Do not wait. You're going to miss out. And you don't want to be last minute trying to call and set something up.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to have an amazing experience. You're going to be the next Google review writing about your amazing experience with Tony and Taylor.
Yep.
Double T's. TNT. I like it.
Yeah, I know. That's our next product line.
I like that.
And then we recently started a blog. So it's a blog that you can subscribe to. It's going to give you tips and tricks. It costs $0 to subscribe.
Awesome.
And then by subscribing, you also be exclusive benefits and sales and coupons and things like that. So it's
YouTube,
incredible value.
Are you on YouTube yet? Gotta get your YouTube channel.
We do have a YouTube channel, and there's some stuff on it. We're gonna take a look at it.
Is it clean?
Oh, it's clean, yeah,
Okay.
but it's just like, we're just a friend
Kids playing
yeah.
outside,
So
having some fun.
so just real short, like a friend of mine, Russ, he does he's got a YouTube channel with like a ton of, and he does audio video, like, and he put, I asked him, I was like, hey, can we shoot some like spots, like, and whatever, and we did, and so some of those are up there. But yeah, so like, you reach out to us anytime. We're here
I
to
got a
help.
great idea, by the way.
Oh, tell us.
You should probably have your clients send you and Taylor videos of the events and upload them onto Google to show what an amazing job they've had and experienced by your company.
Mm-hmm.
And that could be some great content for a Google review with actual videos there.
Yep.
Great stuff.
Yep.
All right, we are at the next part of our show. We'll give a free tumbler away. We went 1 hour. I hope you guys enjoyed this show. I hope you guys get in touch with Tony and Taylor, the Party Rental Place. Unbelievable experience you're going to have, and I'm excited for you. And if, by the way, if you want to invite an extra person, I would love to be that guy. I'm sure Eric Vasquez, who's not here today, would love to join. We will come. We'll do some videotaping. We can help any kind of ways to have some fun. Yada, yada, yada. We're always in for a party.
Sounds good.
Yeah. And we can also kind of make sure we get some good feedback for you, too.
I love it.
Love it. All right. Giving out a free tumbler. It's in pink. It's in black. It's for you. If you want to get a tumbler, you got to make sure you let us know. Get on Facebook. Get on Instagram. Let us know you want to get it on the list for the free tumbler for the wheel of spinning excitement over there. The spinning wheel.
Can barely contain myself. Yeah. What's happening?
I think Dane's getting the wheel up there and spinning it around. But if you want to get on that wheel, we need your first name, last name, email, and phone number, please. First name, last name, email, and phone number, so we can get the contact to you. Lauren Morass, congratulations on winning the tumbler. Very excited for you. You're gonna love it, and can't wait to get in touch with you and get this tumbler to you. Blah, 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 blah. All right, the Party Rental Place. Tony, great job today, buddy.
Thank you. Thank you, David.
Taylor, thank you. Next time you're in the hot seat, you're beautiful, you're well spoken. Don't ever feel like you can't do this. I know she didn't want to do it. I'm going to put her on the spot, but you're amazing, and we want you here because the people need to know who you are. Is she on the at least the website or something like that?
Yeah. So there's a lot of that, but the thing about her is family, right? So right now she's with the kids, and
of course
they're having a great time.
I'm giving her a hard time.
I know,
just a little bit. Have a wonderful night, guys. We will see you next week. Thanks so much for being a part of our show.
Thank you.